Do you think we'll have tapering sooner than the market expects it?
I think that's the current setup, and particularly if we think back to Friday's payroll numbers, the direction of travel would seem to be that we could see a slightly earlier taper than previously expected. And I think that's incredibly important for the market narrative, because if we just take a step back, for the last couple of months, the market has really been seeking new reassurance about the trajectory of growth from here, as we're seeing rates of growth peak, as we know that central bank policy has become slightly less supportive in the months ahead. Really, the question mark is around that flight path of growth. The market had been seeking a catalyst, and I think it really got that catalyst on Friday with that very reassuring payroll print. And in terms of the direct implications for the taper, we're in printers saying you're likely to get the announcement in December with a taper starting in January of next year. But I think that could be pulled very slightly forwards. In terms of investment implications, all of that puts upward pressure when it comes to bond yields, which we think are, have bounced off the floor now, are going to start grinding gradually higher towards around 2% in a year from now. And all of that really brings together, with higher bond yields, a bit of support for the dollar, as you mentioned before, and really the opportunity for cyclical equities to come to the fore and start outperforming again.
So, Grace, what are you expecting actually, dollar dynamics to be from now until year end?
Yeah, we think that the dollar is likely to be firmer. I mean, typically, we think that you're now moving into the mid-cycle phase, where typically the dollar is pretty well supported, because currency moves now are predominantly focused around interest rate differentials, and when it comes to that the Fed really, we think, is going to be taking the lead, but perhaps with the Bank of England as well. So we think the dollar will be reasonably well supported from here, and that is ever more the case if we do see this early taper. And lift off expectations slightly pulled forward, perhaps as well into 2023, and perhaps even a touch earlier than that.